What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Crazy thing is, I don't know what's going on with her. Honestly, I don't know if it's honestly like, I'm not even trying to be funny with y'all. Like I'm being so for real. I honestly don't know if it's alcohol. I truly don't. Y'all know me. Like I ain't trying to judge or nothing, but like this is absolutely insane. Kamala Harris says she's thinking about running for president again, y'all. This is just look at this.
They pulled me off the news to come and say hello to you and ask you, are you going to run?
I have not decided. I'm thinking about it, but I have not decided. So there you are.
What does the room think of her answer? Thank you. They pulled me.
So she has about 2 people screaming loudly. Nobody barely in there. Kamala Harris will likely run in for president again in 2028. When asked about another campaign by Al Sharpton, she responded, "Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. I know what the job is and what it requires." Potential candidates with plans to run would never confirm a campaign this early. So Harris' answer is pretty strong, indicating she intends on making a bid for the Democratic nomination again in 2028. Says here, and this is true, this will be the 3rd time she will have seek to be president after her failed campaigns in 2020 and 2024. Me personally, I'm a person that, obviously don't give up. Never give up. I'm going through something right now. I'm trying not to give up. But, I just feel like it's honestly, just being real, it's not for her. I don't feel like she's fit for it. I feel like she's trying to make herself relevant now, so people would, I guess, look at her, that she's trying. I don't know. They say 3rd time's a charm, so I don't know. But me personally, I don't want it. I don't want that. Just for the simple fact, like, I feel like we truly. And the thing is, I'm saying that I don't want that, but then again, I don't see it happening. I truly don't see it happening whatsoever. Just for the simple fact, people are truly seeing who she is. You have people that's on TikTok, Instagram that have posted videos and seen videos after, everything obviously was said and done. They didn't notice it when we were constantly talking about it during our campaign. But definitely wild. Benny Johnson posted this. And y'all want to know how I know she's most likely going to run for president? The black accent came back out. Check it out.
I think it's okay for us to be a bit transactional too. And to say, I'm going to get mine also. And so don't count on me to be a voter and be the backbone of the Democratic Party, because it is my value system and my ethics and my sense of civic duty and responsibility, so that you look at me and say, oh, they're going to vote.
So I feel like this is something that's truly getting old, that she's constantly doing. She's constantly putting on this fake. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. So many people already peeped it. So many people already seen it. Her last campaign, people that even voted for her, they obviously said, like, she's putting on this fake, and this is what it comes with. The TikToks and Instagram. This obviously after she lost, this stuff everybody want to notice and stuff like that. I'm telling y'all, me personally, this is sickening. It gets even worse though. Check out what Kamala Harris calls black women.
I know all the folks here know, and all the sisters from the Colored Girls who I'm looking at right now. Mignon in particular. And I know.
It's almost like is this real? Somebody said, is this AI? I don't know if it is. Me personally, I'm letting y'all know right now, YouTube. I don't know. This is honest. I don't really know. I truly don't. But this is wild. Me personally, I can't even say it is because this is something that I don't even know why I'm acting surprised. I shouldn't be surprised about. This is at, I guess, 2026 Power Rising Summit in Chicago, where Black women leaders gathered to focus on their empowerment. And she called them colored. I'm telling y'all. Definitely wild. It gets worse.
That is a decent resume, but go ahead.
Well, some people have actually said I was the most qualified candidate ever to run for president.
Y'all believe that?
I like the some people say. Very nice, but go ahead.
I'm just speaking fact.
Yeah.
She got mad at the end a little bit. I'm just speaking facts. Trust and believe. It was some people, small group, that told her that she was qualified to run for president. Me personally, no, I don't think so. Y'all remember when I said it gets worse for her? And it's honestly like you feel sorry because everybody knows that she's not fit to be president. Even others, that's in the Democratic Party. This is Armandani. Dodges the question when asked, should Kamala Harris run again?
Would you like to see former Vice President Kamala Harris run for president again?
I have to be honest, I haven't thought about the candidacies for president this time. My focus is 2026.
You're the only Democrat who hasn't thought about that.
And I'm proud to say that I am not and will never be running for president.
Would you like to...
Nobody asked you. And honestly, I'm sure it'll be way worse than Kamala, me personally. I truly can't say that. I don't know why this doing this, but I'll just go back there and just want to act funny. You got this video here. And I feel like I'm showing y'all clips that, it gets worse and worse as the video goes on, because honestly, that's what I'm seeing right now. This is an American father showing his daughter, is given, this material at, a public school that she's to do an entire assignment on Kamala Harris, on her accomplishments, her education, jobs, how great she is, right? Check it out right here.
Watch out for this kind of crap at your local public school. Nonsense. Look at that. My daughter wrote.
His daughter wrote on the name, "I'm not doing this." Well, you got to put the main idea, supporting detail. What else do you want to learn about this person and why? Everything's blank. Everything is blank. Dream big. What would you do if you became Vice President of the United States of America? I bet it'd be way better than what Kamala Harris had to offer. This is wild. And I know for a fact a lot of this stuff is lies. We've been over this whole thing. I know a lot of this stuff is lies. I'm telling y'all. Let me exit out of this one right here. Click back. But you already know, I want to show y'all, this video. This is Jesse Waters. And it goes to show y'all. It definitely goes to show y'all on how sickening, when it comes down to the left. And how they are with a lot, that's going on when it comes to, obviously, Iran, when it comes to really just everything in general. And calling Trump, criminal and that he started this and that he did this and that he did that. I find it all completely insane. And I'm going to tell y'all why. But let's check out Jesse Waters first.
Trump just transitioned. Yesterday he was a tyrant. Today he's a taco. Donald Trump just caved, backing down from his fake deadline.
All day today, everyone, most notably the people of Iran, were wondering if their civilization was going to die tonight. Well, good news, it didn't. It was the Taco Tuesday of all Taco Tuesdays.
It's been very obvious for the last few days that the president was looking for an off-ramp.
The taco, Trump always chickens out syndrome.
So Trump's a war criminal who stopped the war because he's a chicken. I can't follow it. Dems want to give 47 the 25th because he threatened Iran so hard they signed a ceasefire?
We just can't accept a president who is literally promising to destroy an entire civilization to hundreds of thousands of innocent human beings. That alone should be grounds for the removal of this president. But he thinks, I guess, that the threat of mass-scale war crimes has achieved some success.
Senator Chris Murphy said Trump was losing the war and he should stop bombing. So Trump stopped bombing. And Murphy called him crazy for stopping. Again, it makes no sense. I can't tell if the Democratic Party wants war or peace. I just know they want Trump to lose. And they want to lock him up for free speech.
The language there was, a war crime. It threatens war crime. It threatened genocidal-like behavior. It is the kind of language, as I said yesterday, associated with the monsters of history, to wipe out a civilization. That's simply not how presidents speak. That's not how leaders of democracies speak.
He's right. That's not usually how presidents speak. But most presidents don't usually win wars in 38 years.
Exactly.
Maybe more presidents should speak like that. We wouldn't have been in Afghanistan for 20 years. Paul Morrow made the point on The Five. You know who really ended the Persian civilization? The mullahs. They had a beautiful thing going on until the Islamic Revolution. The media thinks Trump's the bad guy. And the mullahs, who slaughter protesters and use kids as human shields, they have the moral high ground.
How can the president claim that America can ever have the moral high ground if he's threatening to destroy civilizations and not casting wars as fights against other governments?
Andrew, I think you should take a look at the actions of this president over the course of the past 6 weeks and the actions of our brave men and women in our United States military who have taken out essentially taken out the military of a rogue Islamic regime that has chanted death to America for 47 years, that has killed and maimed thousands of American soldiers over the course of the last 5 decades. The president absolutely has the moral high ground over the Iranian terrorist regime, and for you to even suggest otherwise is frankly insulting.
And y'all have it right here. It's truly wild, the simple fact that you have people that truly are against really America. Like, I can't even say everything like America. I feel like that's truly what people, and especially when it comes down to what they're truly against. And it's truly sickening about it. I read something earlier. And it just goes to show y'all, and I think it's on one of these. I probably can't find it. I'm really mad at myself that I didn't, type this in here. Okay, right here. Because this actually made sense. Speaking of it, what Jesse said again, it makes no sense. I can't tell if the Democratic Party wants war or peace. I just know they want Trump to lose and they want to lock him up for free speech. This right here. That I forgot to type in my notes that I usually do. I'm not gonna lie. It's truly wild to me that you have, not only these different, and I wonder if I put this in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I've had a tough day. I'm not gonna lie, and I usually don't do this. But when I tell y'all, when it comes down to the Democratic Party, and I'd be so confused, looking back. There's a video, service, since we're talking about Kamala Harris, that I've seen. Kamala Harris is the same individual that went and said, and spoke, in Iran. And it's like they play this flip-flop. And all of it is because it's President Trump actually making things happen. Truly. Since we're talking about this, I wanted to give y'all an update, on more, that's going on, with obviously President Trump and, Iran. Check it out right here.
I spoke with a senior regional intelligence source this morning who indicated Iran sees this as a game of endurance. They believe that time is on their side and that ultimately the domestic pressure when it comes to energy markets and the stock market will force President Trump to make a deal that's in their favor. That is not the truth. That is not the reality. The president and his counterparts in Israel have the ability to continue this operation for months if they need to pressure the Iranian regime to open the Strait of Hormuz and to give up their enriched uranium, something that they've promised to do privately, and then publicly they make these remarks saying they may not even show up to the negotiating table. I spoke with a...
You got people literally saying they think they can outlast us. That's cute. You know, you got people that's really just speaking facts, speaking facts about it. And one thing about it, like I've always said, and like I'll say again and say again. One thing about it is that I know for a fact things take time, and I know and I trust what President Trump, has, and I most definitely trust God when it all comes down to it. Right here says triggered, Dems freak out when I tell them Iran quotes were said by Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and not by Donald Trump. This Kaylin Bennett, I've went over, plenty videos, of Kaylin Bennett back in the past. One thing about it, me personally, love her videos. Not gonna lie. I don't know about y'all, but from the ones that I've seen, the one that I checked out, definitely do. Because, a lot of times, that I've seen that she's definitely speaking facts. And this just goes to show you that people aren't paying attention. They're basing a lot of things on the wrong things. I'm telling y'all, people got to pay attention and wake up. Check it out right here.
Dangerous force in the Middle East. Do you agree with him on that at least?
No.
We would be able to totally obliterate them. That's a terrible thing to say, but those people who run Iran need to understand that. And what do you think he meant by saying those people?
White supremacy. His subhuman people of color.
He's becoming very delusional and honestly showing a little bit of signs of dementia.
This is something someone with dementia would say.
Absolutely.
Had Kamala actually won the election, do you think we would even be in this?
Absolutely not.
And they were not falling for this Iran stuff either.
No.
If Hillary Clinton had just won in the first place, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess.
Yeah, I would go with that.
If he had a kind soul, I think anyone can be beautiful, but he's not beautiful. No. He's not beautiful inside or out. He's a horrible person.
Did you vote for Hillary Clinton?
Yes.
Did you guys vote for Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
We would not be in this position if she were president today.
Or Kamala.
The man truly is insane.
Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris said all of that, not Donald Trump.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me very sad.
Are you serious or not?
Yes, they are.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so gotcha. Good for you.
You've never heard them say this stuff?
No, I haven't.
That was a quote from 2008, right here.
To it. I don't, you know what, who can believe what we read?
Did you go to the cops about me?
Yeah, so now it's who can believe. Me personally, I just find it completely insane about a lot. I
wanted to see if you needed a permit.
I didn't mean to make you cry.
Crying, but
Okay.
it's shameful.
What's shameful about it? There's nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, it's the excuses. It's literally it's the excuses when it comes down to it on why I get so mad with things like this. It's more so of the excuses, that people use and people have, when it's facts, in front of their face, and they'll get mad and they'll walk off and they'll start screaming and start hollering because they feel like they tricked you. Nobody tricked you. Y'all just need to pay better attention when it comes down to stuff. I personally feel that way. You have one Democrat or ex-Democrat, there is a report that says he's supposed to be, he's being considered an independent or Republican now, but you have John Fetterman right here that is definitely, and what I just spoke about. Just check out what he says right here about Kamala Harris.
Agreed with that. When Kamala Harris ran for president in 2024, she identified Iran as her top concern. Every single Democrat has said, can't ever allow them to acquire a nuclear bomb. And when someone does that and make sure that's almost impossible, why can't we celebrate that? That comes from the truth that because the other side did that, and if it comes from Trump, it's punishing as a Democrat to agree with that thing. And that's the place, and that's where I live in that space. But I will always follow what I think are the moral clarities, and that's whatever you want to, country over party. But it's a great thing that Iran has been broken. Now, why am I the only Democrat that just says those same things?
Now, I want to kind of go to something.
Definitely wild. Not gonna lie. When Kamala Harris ran for president in 2024, she identified Iran as her top concern. Every single Democrat has said can't ever allow them to acquire a nuclear bomb. But now it's a problem because it's Trump. I truly find it crazy. President Trump can do the most greatest thing in the world. Not just America, in the world. And they still gonna hate. Gonna have that hate. And they still gonna bash. And they still gonna do the most for no reason whatsoever. No reason. It's wild to me. Y'all let me know y'all comments, thoughts on this video down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.